Has ridden in many, many big races. He will be riding in the Florida Derby this afternoon aboard the Jimmy Jerkins train Quality Road, who I thought looked sensational in winning the Fountain of Youth. Johnny had a chance to go to Dubai today and ride not only Indian Blessing, but pick up, several other mounts in a day where he could have earned a lot of money.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
But he stayed home to ride Quality Road. And yesterday, I had a chance to sit down and chat with John Velazquez. John, first off, congratulations on winning the prestigious George Wolfe Memorial Award. What's it mean to you to have been voted by your peers such a prestigious honor?
It's definitely an honor just to be voted in, though, and winning it is even better. It's definitely a great feeling to know that your peers feel that way about you, and really honored that they choose me to be the winner.
Johnny, let's talk Quality Road. You passed up the opportunity to ride Indian Blessing, who will likely be the favorite in a little while in the $2 million Golden Shaheen, and maybe several other mounts in Dubai, to stay home and ride Quality Road in the Florida Derby. Why'd you make that decision?
Well, he has shown, the only time I rode him, obviously, he showed me a lot of quality, really classy horse, and a lot of promise in, and I like to stick with him to see how he does and how he handles the two turns. So I think he showed a lot of class and that he can hang with this guy. So we'll see tomorrow, and hopefully I was right.
Johnny, our audience is about to take a look at the Fountain of Youth. He is number 11 in here, and let's talk about this huge effort. It appeared at the start that you got bumped or brushed. Did that put him on the bit right from the beginning?
Yes, my plan was I would love to to follow somebody or even a couple horses though. But the start we kind of bumped a little bit and kind of put him on the bit right away, and I had to kind of wrestle him a little bit. The first part of the race to let a couple horses go, and the first quarter was a little bit slow, so only one horse went. And then after that, I just tried to not to fight him too much, obviously, because the first quarter was a little slow. And then after that, I just kind of followed the other horse on the lead. And he was one of the horses that I thought, to beat. And so I had the opportunity just to follow him around. So it was very good that the other horse went and had was somebody in front of him.
Johnny, after the incident at the beginning, how did he settle? I mean, the second quarter of the Fountain of Youth was an astounding 21-3, but he actually looked reasonably relaxed, stalking this one's for Phil.
I think the reason that he actually relaxed is really good right behind the other horse. As soon as the other horse passed him, and he's back from the other horse, he relaxed very, very good. But the reason they actually relaxed really well is because just what you just said, they went pretty quick. So I didn't have to fight him, to be where he was. And the reason they're going so fast, I didn't have to fight anymore, and I kind of let him do his own thing, and he was happy the way he was doing it. So it was definitely a plus that the second quarter was pretty quick, and I didn't have to fight him to get him back.
John, he appeared to have some gas left in the tank as you crossed under the wire. How accurate is that?
I'll tell you what, as soon as I came down the stretch and then down to the 8-pole and I got after him, he responded really, really well and galloped out very good. It's just the questions about can he go the two turns and how he handled everything, though, He's definitely showed a lot of class. He's very laid-back horse. It's not like he's a hard-headed horse or anything like that. So, it's just the question that he has all the talent of the world and see how he can handle the two turns.
And Johnny, you the perfect segue into my next question. The Fountain of Youth, a one-turn mile. This afternoon will be his two-turn debut, going a mile and an eighth. Your thoughts about how he'll handle 2 turns and 9 furlongs?
That's the only questions in everybody's mind. How can he handle the 2 turns? And obviously, and being strong as he is, I don't know. I think he shows a lot of class. I think he can do it. It all depends on himself how he relaxes the first part of the race. And apparently, they put a couple of speed horses in here in this race that I don't think they don't belong to the races, but they get there just to bother you enough, and hopefully they don't get my horse too riled up. But after that, that's part of the business, though. You know, the Derby, if he runs really well here and you go into the Derby, it's going to be even tougher. So, you know, this will be a good test for him.
Johnny, the colt you will likely have to beat, and this is certainly no knock on There Goes JoJo, who's a very fine colt, but the colt you'll likely have to beat is Dunkirk. He comes from your man, Todd Pletcher. Johnny, I have been asked this no less than 50 times. Why didn't you ride Dunkirk in either of his first two races?
Well, the first time he ran, I was supposed to have a colt with somebody else in the race. That was the reason that I did not ride him that day. And since Prado won on him, you know, I didn't think I would have the opportunity to ride him back. So I was committed to go to Saudi Arabia, and then I didn't know that Prado has taken off of him, you know, when he rode the second time. So that was the reason that I was not on him the second time. So I was already committed. By the time that we found out that he was going to run and Prado was not riding him, you know, I was already committed going to Saudi Arabia. So that was the reason that, you know, I didn't get to ride him. And, you know, it's unfortunate. It happens twice back to back. But, you know, at least I found some good horse that I can fight with, and let's see what happens.
Well, John, as always, we appreciate your time. Thank you so very much for having joined us this morning on Down the Stretch. All congratulations on winning the George Wolfe Memorial Award, and all the best with Quality Road later this afternoon.